The Bloodline was here, The Rock was here, Cody Rhodes was here, and Fog Wrestling are here to review the greatest Raw in wrestling history. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling for your April 1st edition of Monday Night Raw. And yes, it was a piss take. It wasn't the greatest Raw of all time. It wasn't even the greatest Raw in the past 7 days. So, yeah, if you know, you know. If you've seen last week's, it was better than this week's. In fact, it was a hell of a lot better than this week's. But, I mean, the ending, I guess, was okay. But still, the ending was nowhere near what last week's ending was. Just a disappointment. A slightly better show than SmackDown, but I wasn't really feeling it tonight.
Well, it was much better than SmackDown, man. SmackDown was horrendous. I wouldn't describe this as horrendous.
No, that's true, actually. It was better than SmackDown. SmackDown was mince.
Well, I'm glad we covered the bases on that, but we kick off with the...
Can you smell it?
Yeah, his new theme. Well, his old theme that's now new, but it's a 2.0 is great. Rock comes out. I mean, it's kind of the same stick that he's cut, right? But it's The Rock, so I'll let him away with it.
Mama Rhodes!
Yeah, out comes Roman Reigns, and then it's just like, alright. I thought, I mean, he dissed AEW, he's like, Cody was doing a whole lot of nothing. I was like, yep, that's pretty much what happened.
Yeah, but here's the thing, Roman Reigns is leeching off The Rock. He's claiming that wrestling was made cool again in 2020.
He contradicted The Rock. The Rock said, I've made wrestling cool again.
Yeah, so that's not true. Now, maybe they're feeding into that. Is that a storyline? I don't know. But let's be honest, wrestling's not been cool since 2020. There's been a couple of cool things happening since The Rock came back. There was a couple of cool things on Raw Monday night. But how many cool things have Roman Reigns been a part of? Not many.
Not much.
And even the things that Roman Reigns has been a part of that has been cool, it's like not because of his influence, necessarily.
Yeah. Like
that 40-minute promo The Rock cut on SmackDown, Roman was just standing there.
Yeah, when The Rock attacked him with a tractor,
yeah,
he was just in the car.
He's just there. The WrestleMania pre-show thing, kickoff, that was all The Rock.
Yeah.
Wasn't really Roman Reigns doing anything. So Roman Reigns can say he made wrestling cool. I don't agree with that at all. Seth Rollins comes out, someone that's not cool. He wants a match tonight. He says, why doesn't the final boss go one-on-one with Seth Rollins tonight on Raw? But he says the final boss doesn't have any balls. So he says, what about Roman Reigns? And Roman Reigns isn't interested either. So Seth Rollins issues a challenge to anybody. Solo Sikoa steps up. He's like, you ain't going to challenge The Rock or Roman Reigns. You're going to challenge me. And it was funny because when Seth Rollins called it The Rock, there was a massive pop. People wanted to see that. When Seth Rollins called it Roman Reigns, I mean, the pop died big time, but there were still people chanting and cheering for it, you know what I mean? Like, they didn't want to see The Rock first. They didn't want to see Roman as much as The Rock, obviously, but they were still like, yeah, sure, give us that. But see, when Solo said, you're going to be facing me, it was like the crowd were booing, they didn't want it.
Like Benoit walked it. I mean, honestly, I just don't understand the logic behind this, and before people go, oh, it gets heel heat.
Oh, darn, Benoit walked it, man, they'd be booing.
Oh, it was silence is what I'm getting at.
Oh, well, true.
But, right. This just buries Solo Sikoa because no one wanted to see it. And yeah, it adds heat to the Bloodline, but it makes much more sense for The Rock to accept, hype up The Rock against Seth Rollins, and then give you Solo later on. The segment, which I thought to this point was alright, died. It just died.
As soon as Solo got the mic, it died.
No, I've never seen a segment die as quick as in my puff. Yeah, Solo, I don't mind the guy, but we can bury Rollins, we can bury Reigns. Like, this guy's about 10 steps behind him on the mic.
Yep.
Like, the atmosphere just absolutely fucking nosedive. And then it makes The Rock and Reigns look weak, like he's accepting on their behalf, and he's a diddy, man. And then you just get Jimmy Uso standing there like a spare part. And even more of a spare part than what the other guy is. And then that's pretty much it for your segment. At least it confirms that The Rock's going to be there later on tonight.
I mean, it was alright. It was decent up until Solo Sikoa took the mic. And then we go backstage. Rock says goodbye to Reigns. Reigns needs to go and work on his Paul Heyman Hall of Fame induction promo. So, I mean, good luck with that one. We then move on to Sami Zayn and Bronson Reed. Sami Zayn's been training with Chad Gable. Chad Gable's been putting him through the paces. Tonight, he takes on Bronson Reed. Finishes with Gunther getting involved. Gunther attacking Sami Zayn, attacking Gable. Gunther looking strong. Can Gunther lose at WrestleMania? I don't know. I hate Gunther. I hate this long title reign. But I don't exactly want Sami Zayn to be the one to end it, though. Just a boring fucking feuding match.
It's a boring feud.
That's the best thing they've got
Sami
for the IC belt.
Zayn ain't going to win. Alright? Put the house on it. Put everything you own on it. He's not going to win. He's a jobber. I just hate the fact that they've got Chad Gable training them. It's like, why? What are we doing?
See if it was Kurt Angle, you can maybe accept it.
Like a former goat.
Chad Gable, a guy that's won nothing. Oh, he won double NGAC8. See, in the wrestling world, he's fucking won hee-haw.
See when Drew Gulak was training Daniel Bryan for the world title?
That
was the worst thing I've ever seen.
Drew fucking Gulak. I mean, what the hell? What are we doing here? Anyway.
We also had a 4-way tag match with Johnny Gargano landed on his neck, but he's alright.
The match wasn't alright though, it sucked.
Judgment Day 1. Let's just wrap up the Judgment Day segments backstage.
Aye, so we have Legado del Fantasma arrive to see Dominic. This pisses off the Judgment Day. I mean, they're acting like their operation has somehow been compromised. What they fucking do? Legado del Fantasma came in to speak to Dominic, and they're having a hissy fit. I can't take this seriously. Damian Priest, right, has got a briefcase, which you never see anymore, by the way, for the world title, or whatever title he wants, and he's fucking having kittens over Legado del Fantasma showing up.
Yeah.
Like, why would he care?
No, why would he care?
I don't get why the Judgment Day were so butthurt
What
over
they
this.
should do, see at WrestleMania, right, during that main event, night 2, they should pan backstage, The Rock fucking batters the fuck out of Damian Priest, takes the briefcase, cashes in, and pins Roman Reigns. And
How fucking good would that be?
fucking would be, wouldn't it? If I get it up you, Roman, The Rock leaves as the champ.
Here, did that not happen before? Did somebody not lose their briefcase just getting beat up? Did Edge not take Kennedy's briefcase?
I did.
Or did he win that in a match?
He might have won it in a match, but I can't remember.
Can't remember if he won it in a match or whether he just beat the shit out of him and stole it. But either way...
I know Kurt Angle stole Nunzio's Royal Rumble ball.
Yeah, we've had Test done it to somebody as well.
Yep.
We've had Royal Rumble spots being stolen. So why can't we see a Money in the Bank briefcase being stolen?
Yeah. Damian Priest is
Tell you what, you want to get us talking, you want to do something that would truly be groundbreaking. Could you imagine that? The Rock does that. Cashes in. Holy fuck.
I know. Be mental.
Well, what if he done it the next night on Raw? Cody wins and The Rock does it the next night? Opening segment or something like that? Hoovers the belt, clean happen.
Yeah, I know. It'd be... fuck, I don't know.
Or Damian Priest comes out, opening segment, he says he's going to, I want to face you tonight in the main event. Meet me there. Cody comes out first, he's waiting on him. Next minute, camera cuts to the back. Fucking Judgment Day are all lying there, dead.
The final boss.
Apart from Rhea Ripley, because, you know, The Rock wouldn't be allowed to touch her. And then the next minute, the final boss's music hit and he comes out with the contract. You want to pop a rating for Monday Night Raw?
That's how you pop out.
There you go. Anyway, let's move on. Judgment Day suck. Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell took on Ivy Nile and Maxine Dupree.
And they lost.
Maxine Dupree and Ivy Nile won. Candice LeRae wasn't happy with her tag team partner, Indy Hartwell. Is what it is. With a Drew McIntyre segment. And is this really the best Drew's got? We've seen him backstage when Seth Rollins was getting ready for his match later. Drew was just like sitting there watching. And it's almost like Drew can't get involved with Seth Rollins because Seth Rollins has got to be involved with the Judgment Day, and therefore Drew would like just be adding to the Judgment Day, not the Judgment Day, sorry, the Bloodline, and it would be like, oh, they'd have too much of a numbers advantage. So it's almost like Drew can't do anything because Seth Rollins has been reserved for the Judgment Day tonight. The Bloodline tonight.
Yeah, it's confirmed that Drew's taking on Seth Rollins on night 2. So,
well, obviously it was going to be night 2.
Yeah, but what's going to happen? Does that mean Seth Rollins is definitely going to win?
Could do. Well, no. Why do that mean he's going to win?
Well, I don't know. Might change it now.
Nah, Drew has to win.
Nah, he does. He absolutely does. But I think that match is just going to feel dead.
No, but listen, this is the final Raw before WrestleMania, and the promotion for that world title match is Drew McIntyre sitting on like some production kit watching Seth Rollins as he walks on to take on Solo Sikoa. I mean, really? Is that it? Is that the best they've got for us?
Yeah, it's a bit cheap. Like, the fact that Jey Uso came out to help, could Drew McIntyre not come out, though? I don't know. He's just sitting there.
You know, but does he need? Then it kind of like overshadows the bloodline.
Maybe
I
it
guess.
just highlights his point though that he's too focused for that.
Possibly. And that's that it, really. Can you think of anything else that happened other than the main event?
3-on-3 match. You had Damage Control against 3 other women.
Oh, God. Tegan Knox, Shayna Baszler, and Zoe Stark.
Yeah, I mean, what else happened on this
Who's
show?
done absolutely nothing, by the way, since coming up to the main roster, apart from hanging around like a bad smell during the Trish Becky Lynch feud. We had...
Becky Lynch, Rhea Ripley segment, which was bad.
We had that. Wasn't great. Just... Rhea Ripley beating up about 12 men to get to Becky Lynch. Very believable that is. And that was pretty much it, guys. Main event time, Bloodline rules. What do you make of Bloodline rules? For me, it fucking sucks. It's just a no DQ match.
Yeah, it's not a good look considering, like, you're going to probably get it at Mania. Like, there's no surprise anymore. It's like, what, it's just a no DQ match?
Well, what, it's a surprise? No, but you can at least argue if tonight's was good, you go, I'm looking forward to seeing that at Mania. They used a couple of weapons. It was a no DQ match. It was anything goes.
It's just a fancy name.
Where's the bloodline? It's not something serious like a Punjabi prison.
No.
You know, like where's the actual fucking match? Where's the speciality? Well, it just wasn't there. It's a no DQ match with no name. Like, oh, no DQ, hardcore, falls count anywhere, no holds barred. It's all the same shite.
It is.
You know what I mean? It's like there's about 6 different names for those matches, and then they're all the same thing. And I guess Bloodline Rules is the next name you can add to it. Anyway, at the end, Rock comes out after Jay came out and Jimmy came out. So Rock comes out to make it 3-on-2. Rock was going to batter Seth Rollins. I guess Seth Rollins lured the Rock in. Cody's music hits. Cody comes down, attacks the Rock. Rock's getting battered on the outside. Table's getting stripped. Rock's selling. You think they're going to go through the table with the Rock. Roman Reigns comes out. Thought he was gone. He's back. He helps the Rock beat down Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes. Then the belt comes off. We get a lot of whipping going on. Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes get whipped, and whipped again. And that was it. Honestly, as Raw went off the air, Rock and Roman Reigns both posed. Rock posed with his, I don't even know what you call it, like a training belt or whatever it is, like a weight belt or
weightlifting belt.
And Roman Reigns posed with his WWE World Undisputed Heavyweight Championship,
both
whatever you
fake
call that.
belts at the end of the day.
Yeah, both fake belts at the end of the day, but I'd say Rock's a lot more likely to still have his come the end of WrestleMania. That was it. People are saying this was an epic ending. I mean, it really wasn't.
It was okay.
It was okay. Wasn't as good as last week's, but I mean, it was alright. Overall, though, I felt like the show started okay and finished okay, but in between, not a lot happening. Like, really.
What I would say is, I think it confirms that we are probably going to get these 4 on SmackDown. I just don't see the Bloodline dominating like this, and then we don't see them on SmackDown just for them to win on night 1. The Rock and Reigns are at the Hall of Fame on Friday, and which is straight after SmackDown. So for me, I think you're probably going to have Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins get the last licks in on Friday Night SmackDown. And considering it's the go-home show for Mania, the last one, I think that needs to happen.
Yeah, I would say they are due a little bit of revenge. Anyway, guys, that's it. Not an overly long review tonight. Extra hour, clocks went forward, feeling it a bit. Hopefully we can get adjust it to the system though for WrestleMania. We'll feel more up for it then, I'm sure. But tonight, Raw wasn't that great in my opinion. I gave last week's a 7 out of 10. I'll give this week's a 3 out of 10. I thought it was okay. Main event though, and opening kind of saved it. Everything else wasn't great. And I say the main event, Seth Rollins Soul Sikoa did bore me. It was more so the ending with the run-ins.
Yeah, when you see Jey Uso flying through the air and then The Rock walks out, your attention, you look at the screen.
Yep.
Be interested to see what the rating does for Raw. But again, if they hyped up a Rock match, even a Reigns match, they just would have drew so much more.
I just don't see why they didn't hype up Rock versus Seth, and at the end of the night, Rock comes out, no, you're not taking the final boss. Is it for WrestleMania?
You think I'm wasting the final boss on Brooklyn? Something like that.
Yep. Anyway, I'm giving it a 3. You're giving it a...
I'll give it a 3 as well.
3 out of 10, guys. There you go. Till next time. 2-segment show. Peace.